From the director of such hit films as Alien vs. Predator, Three Musketeers, and a couple of the Resident Evil films comes his next masterpiece, Monster Hunter. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, my name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic, and on this channel it's my job to point you in the direction of movies worth checking out. So if that interests you, make sure you hit like and subscribe. It's the best way to show your support for the channel, and it would be really greatly appreciated. And check out my partners at Movie Scene Canada while you're at it. They have a ton of contests on there right now. So if you want some Blu-rays and 4Ks for the holiday season, check them out. But today I'm here to tell you whether or not Monster Hunter is worth a watch today. So, we have Monster Hunter starring Milla Jovovich. Now, the best way I can describe this movie is take a 12-year-old kid who loves playing Fortnite or Call of Duty and have him color in a paint by numbers, but it's not done, and yet he's just scribbled all over the fucking place. That's Monster Hunter. Because this movie doesn't have a story. This movie doesn't have structure. This movie does not have character. This movie is an excuse to have badass people fighting badass looking monsters in badass special effects ridden action sequences. So that's what they were attempting to do. So no, going into it, if you're looking for story, if you're looking for character, if you're looking for emotion or emotional investment, it's not here. And the first thing that I noticed was the pacing of this movie was horrendous. 8 minutes into this movie, 8 minutes in, I'm not even kidding, I knew that this was gonna be the worst film I'd seen all year. Every single movie that I decide to watch, I go in with an open mind because I've gone in with low expectations and have been surprised, and I've gone into movies with high expectations and have been extremely disappointed. So every single film, I go in with an open mind. Yeah, this one was exactly how I thought it was gonna go. The pacing was awful. The movie moves so fast, and yet it feels so slow at the exact same time. Now, I will admit, some positives. The effects, while not great, they look serviceable. And towards the end, the action set pieces got so over the top and so silly that it became kind of enjoyable. Like, it crossed that threshold of just pure stupidity. But you know, you have all the fire swords and the lightning bows and all that crap, and you have a dragon fighting an AC-130, so it is like a 12-year-old playing with toys and going, this is badass, this is badass. The effects and the action comes first, and the story is merely an afterthought, just a way to string these action sequences together. The score, it has like this, of course, orchestral like epicness to it, this very Hans Zimmer like, you know, this is the most badass thing ever, but it also has some like techno elements to it, and just mixed together, one, the score does not match the story. It doesn't feel warranted. It feels very spliced in there, like from some YouTube audio library because it sounds badass, right? Again, 12-year-old Fortnite Call of Duty player. The editing was sloppy. I was getting a headache because I couldn't understand what I was looking at. Shot, 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 shot. And I mean, the effects aren't terrible, right? So I mean, wide shots. Let's see the monsters, right? If a movie is called Monster Hunter, I shouldn't be trying to see what does that monster look like, because the camera's going like this and the pacing's all over the place and the editing is like, it's edited by a monkey. The characters have no charisma, no charm. They aren't characters. They're plot devices. And really, there's not much dialogue in this movie, but when it's there, it's so bland and cliched. And there is that, and I always hate when movies do this. What do we do? What do we do? We're soldiers. We fight. We survive. That's what we do. Now, I will admit that a lot of the hand-to-hand combat, I'm sure they had a good stunt team, and it, you know, looks pretty good. But again, it's shot so terribly. The editing is also terrible, and the fights are not motivated by story, it's just there to look cool. So, again, it's just hollow. And while the monsters, sure, a lot of their designs looked pretty cool. Some of those designs for the weapons looked pretty cool, right? In a movie that actually mattered, I'm sure that those designs would actually work. But I'm not gonna beat around the bush, guys. 20 minutes into this movie, I was checking my watch, or my phone, really, I don't wear a watch. But, is this over yet? You know what I mean? And you get a little bit of a brief history about the two different worlds and about the monsters an hour and 15 minutes into the movie just to get set up for the final action sequence. So, I mean, I'm giving this movie a 1 out of 5. And if you guys have seen this movie and like it, I want you to honestly tell me why. Because, again, every single movie I try to find some positives. And the positives I have for this movie are that the swords and the weapons look pretty cool, and the designs of the monsters look pretty cool, and that's about it. But I'm genuinely curious. If you guys have seen this movie and like it, let me know why. Because I feel like every single movie has at least one fan out there, right? Even if it's just the filmmaker. But I'm sure this movie will have its fans, and if you guys are out there, I want you guys to defend this movie down in the comment section down below. But what about you guys? What is the worst film you've ever seen in your entire life? I'd love to know down in the comments. And if you want to see more videos just like this one, then definitely hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.